Will Bratt, high on confidence, his engineer was telling me after yesterday's win, that took pole position in the boost-assisted qualifying session this morning. Ramon Pinheiro will start second on the grid. The third place man will be Mirko Bortolotti, who is currently second place in the championship. Tobias Hagevold, good qualifying from him, a bit of a Spa specialist really, when Formula 2 came here back in 2009. And then row 3, fifth place man, Christopher Zanella, he is our championship leader. Alongside him, Jordan King. Green flag waved from the back of the field then. It's Will Bratt versus Ramon Pinheiro off the line here at Spa. The lights come on and we're away, and who's going to get the best getaway? There's lots of movement in the midfield. It looks like Mirko Bortolotti's got a good start. Jose Luinabadin pushed onto the grass a little bit further back, but Bortolotti slices through the middle of the two front row men. Are they all going to get safely round La Source? No, Pinheiro spins. Ramon Pinheiro, what a disastrous weekend this is turning into. Mirko Bortolotti, I think, has taken the lead. Hagevold is up into second place. Bratt in third. Is that Jordan King possibly up into fourth place? Astonishing. So then we've got Clark and Alex Brundle battling, but Hagevold, the Spa specialist, is on form here. Zanella has lost out to Jordan King then, who probably darted on the inside of all that action. It's side by side for the lead, up to Lecon for the first time. Then it's about 8 abreast behind King. Has he just moved up? Is he still in third? Everyone goes across the runoff there, including Jordan King, and this is going to get a bit messy now. Zanella slots in behind King, then it's Bratt, then it's Monras, and well, we'll try and sort out exactly how it's standing, but Bortolotti and Hagevold have broken away. Jordan King running in third, a frantic first half of the lap.
Yeah, absolutely fantastic. I'd like to see a replay of turn 1 at the source to see what happened between Pinheiro and Bortolotti, but yeah, Bortolotti went down the inside of Pinheiro, but I don't know whether there was contact. I would assume there would be, frantic first lap.
We saw yesterday, there's Snegerev trying to go around the outside of Kelvin Schnooks at Buon, but he decides to go on the runoff, as does James Cole. So everyone has somehow made it safely through. Is Ramon still going? I don't
think he's caught the field back up because he was facing the wrong way up at the source. I did look out the window and I didn't see him come down, but we'll have to see.
Okay, well, we'll wait and see. These cars, of course, do have starter motors, so there's now Snegerev behind Partiva Surshwaran. You can see the standings then coming up on the bottom of the screen. Miki Monras is the winner. Will Bratt is the big loser in this. It's going to be interesting to see what happened to him, because he dropped from first to fifth. Zanella is looking racy behind Jordan King. We may see that move heading down towards Blanchimont. They both go off the circuit there at Blanchimont. Keep it all together. Zanella looks. Jordan King comes across to defend nicely. Is he going to get it stopped in time? Yes, he is. Jack Clark running strongly as well. So who's that flying off? Oh, that's Julian Theobald, his best qualifying of the season so far. And unfortunately, probably just too late on the brakes there into the bus stop.
Yeah, easily done actually. There's a bump that's getting worse every year down there, and it catches you out if you're not careful on the brake zone. So it can easily end up like that. But Jordan King, fantastic job. But those two guys going wide at Blanchimont is not the approved line, so they've got to be careful.
The incident at turn 1 is under investigation, it says here on the timing screen. So the clerks of the course and the race directors having a look. Well, let's investigate it for ourselves, Jonathan.
Yeah, well, Bortolotti tried to go around the outside there. Pinheiro, we couldn't quite see, but he was way behind Bortolotti at that stage. It just ran wide and got on the power on the AstroTurf there, it looks like to me.
Well, that's interesting. Everyone obviously watched Will Bratt's onboard yesterday and thought,
exactly.
We'll all do that. It'll be fine. So that's going to be interesting to see. Now here's Jordan King. He's lost out now. Everyone seems to have got past him. So Jordan's obviously made a mistake somewhere, possibly up at Lecon, and he's now coming under pressure from Mihai Marinescu. So I think from third, he's now behind Jack Clark. So I think he's down to seventh. But he was saying before the race, he just wants to pick up some points, really. He doesn't want this good qualifying to, he needs to keep his feet on the ground. So there's Bortolotti in the almost Gold Leaf Lotus tribute livery. And we've got Zanella in third place after Hagevold in second, and this continuing battle between Will Bratt and Miki Monras. Monras, of course, third in the opening race at Silverstone, and then he dominated race 2, really. Put in a very impressive performance, currently third in the championship. The man who did GP3 last year, and he picked up a podium here in GP3 last season, which is no mean feat really, because it's one of the biggest series. And we've got a yellow flag up here. Oh, Benjamin Lariche has punted off Mikkel Mack. That looks as though just following too closely in traffic, and that's the second time this weekend actually Lariche has punted someone, because
his favourite move, I think.
he hit off Sung Hak Mun yesterday, which caused Sung Hak Mun's gearbox to break. Bratt goes defensive. This is the battle for 4th position. Monras pulls to the outside, and Bratt defends that very, very nicely. But really, where Bratt needs to be careful is now coming down into Eau Rouge and subsequently along the Kemmel Straight, because there's only perhaps 1 car length between them now. And he's going to have a look up the inside into Eau Rouge. That is brave stuff from Mickey Monras. Will Bratt has to compromise his line, and as a result, they're going to be right together, holding out along the Kemmel Straight. The battle for 4th position. Bratt leads it, the poleman. There's Benjamin Reach. We've got yellow flags here up at Les Combes, so don't overtake here, Mickey, or you'll be in big trouble. He looks to the inside, spots the yellow flags, and backs out of it as they turn into Les Combes.
Yeah, that's exactly what Monras did not want going up into Les Combes. I think he probably would have had that done, actually. He had a massive tow going through Eau Rouge.
We've got...
Jack Clark? Or?
It looks like Hagevold or Johannes Theobald, so let's zoom in a bit more. It's Tobias Hagevold.
Oh, no, out of 2nd position.
Out of the race from 2nd place. He's obviously just dropped it. He's got the car going again, so that promotes Zanella up into 2nd. This is now a battle for the final podium position then. Hopefully we'll get a replay of that at some point, but I imagine he just got on the power too quickly coming out of the first right-hander at Les Combes, which is about 75 miles an hour. Here we go. He's lost that big time, hasn't he?
Yeah, very bizarre. On that corner, you'd normally lose it a little bit later on.
Side by side between Clark and Marinescu. Marinescu makes it through on the outside on the run-up towards the right-hander at Les Combes. So the move he's been trying to make for a few laps now has finally come off. Demotes Jack Clark down into 6th place. So Marinescu, after starting 12th, moves up into 5th place. This is an impressive performance from Mihai. Got a yellow flag at turn 1, so I imagine something's happened there. But Stort's being impressive.
Doing a good job, actually. I think he had a bit of an unfortunate qualifying session, but he does have a good pace and very impressive. That's not so impressive, however.
that's Johannes Theobald diving up the inside of Plamen Kralev. We found out at Silverstone that Miki Monras had quite a bad shoulder injury from his karting days, which wasn't giving him any trouble in like 20-minute GP3 races, but when he started doing these 40-minute races, he would kind of struggle towards the end of the race. So I just wonder if that's what's happened. Here's Aman Ibrahim. That's a bit of a lunge and that's a bit of a tap. And round goes Timo Storz. Keeps it going again. Lights up the rear tyres. Locks up. Loses a position, And that's very similar. And I think there's only one place where that blame lies, I would say.
Well, yeah, I think Ibrahim will regret that for a while, actually. But I don't know what he was thinking a long way back.
And he is right in the slipstream. Is Alex Brundle of Jordan King, just not quite close enough, and it's not worth a lunge. But I wonder, if he's got a boost saved or something like that in order to make a move on that last lap, or at least give himself the opportunity to make a move. But as I say, Alex has just kind of found some speed from somewhere this year, because now he's dominating radical races with his dad at Brands, and Brundle is squeezed up the inside into Ravage. So that was a cunning move, really. Did Jordan King go a little bit wide?
Yeah, I think he outbraked himself slightly and just wandered a little bit wide. Such an easy mistake to make, actually, at that corner.
As he turns his way through Blanchimont for the final time. A 2nd place yesterday, but it's going to be the top step of the podium today in round 6 of the 2011 FIA Formula 2 Championship. The checkered flag is held out, and the checkered flag falls for Mirko Bortolotti for the 2nd time this season. He becomes our 2nd double winner of the year after this man, Christopher Zanella. 3rd place for Will Bratt. Mickey Monras pushed him pretty hard, but could only come home in 4th position. And here's the championship standings then. It is 5 points. My maths is excellent. Mirko Bortolotti leads Christopher Zanella. Mickey Monras still there in 3rd place, but still not picking up as many points as he would have liked. Well, my thanks to Jonathan Kennard for joining me here at Spa this weekend. It was rainy yesterday, but the sun came out today, and as a result, we got some excellent racing around this 7-kilometre circuit. My name is Jack Nichols. Thank you for joining us.